Before we hear from our final speakers of the evening, I want to take a moment to offer words of thanks to the many, many people, almost 90 performers and volunteers who have come together to make today a success. Thank you to all the speakers, singers, and poets who believed in the value of the event and who took the time to speak today. Many of you pushed through speaking anxiety and seized the day. Many of you had to squeeze in rehearsals and practice sessions in between your busy schedules, but all with a commitment to the power of community and voice. Thank you to all the local businesses and community organizations that gave generous sponsorships or in-kind donations, including our snack and reception sponsors, the State Street Fruit Store, the River Valley Market, Dean's Beans Coffee, Biggie's Supermarket, and Christine's Bean Sprout Juice Bar and Cafe. Also, a special thank you to Karina Miller, the botanist, who donated the beautiful flowers that you saw at the welcome table in the welcome area and at the reception, as well as Stephen Coughlin, who has volunteered his time much of the day to photograph the event. I want to thank the individual community members and organizations who donated money in honor of the speakers. Your gifts have been vital to covering the expenses necessary to host such an event and have also injected the leadership team with excitement necessary to keep going in the planning. Thank you to all of the interns and the volunteers who came in early this morning to set everything up, who have run errands for us throughout the day, who have staffed our welcome tables, served as contacts for the performers, and are currently setting up the reception. Your efforts have been greatly appreciated. In particular, thank you to interns Ami Tarachi and Hei-Hun Cho, who began working early in the fall to conduct significant historical research that resulted in many of the speeches that we heard today. Thank you also to intern Kate Andropoulos, who joined us recently to help in the planning. Thank you to all the family members and loved ones of the performers and leadership team and volunteers who have provided support and encouragement, who have taken on extra household duties so that we might all be able to invest our time in something beyond our ordinary commitments. Thank you especially to my parents, Mary Lou and Peter Greenfield, and my sister Hannah Summers for making the trip all the way here to support me. Your belief in me means everything. Finally, I want to recognize the amazing leadership team who has been working with me since early September in planning for and running the event today. Will all the members of the leadership team please join me up at the podium to be recognized? Practice with offices in East Hampton and Amherst, go check it out, was the event coordinator last year and has continued on the leadership team this year. In addition to Bonnie's creative ideas and generous commitment of time, her compassionate spirit and friendship has made the time working together an absolute joy. Thank you, Bonnie. Amy Jo Matrani has been a volunteer with Women's Voices Worldwide since we first opened our doors in 2012 and has generously served on the leadership team now for 2 years. Amy's ability to dream big, her persistence in getting the job done, and her cheerful demeanor have been a tremendous asset to our work. Amy's continued commitment to this organization is both humbling and inspiring. Thank you, Amy. Deb Banks-McIntosh joined us for the first time this year and has proven herself to be a stalwart champion of women's voices and an extraordinarily creative thinker. Her innovative ideas and fostering of relationships across the community has played a considerable role in allowing our vision for the event this year to grow in exciting ways. Like her colleagues, her genuinely kind heart and collegiality have made for a wonderful working experience. Thank you, Deb. Finally, I want to express a huge thank you to our event coordinator, Maggie Balmer. It was a dream come true when Maggie agreed to take on the role, and she has consistently exceeded expectations every step of the way. She has committed an extraordinary amount of time over the past 6 months in preparing for this event and has proven herself to be an uncommonly effective leader and collaborator. The event would not have been possible were it not for her dedicated work, and Women's Voices Worldwide would not be growing with the momentum we have experienced this past year were it not for her meaningful influence. And I personally am grateful to have had the opportunity to work so closely with a woman of such integrity, classiness, and goodness. Maggie, thank you so much. If you couldn't tell, Women's Voices Worldwide is committed to building strong, positive relationships and creating a sense of community among all who participate in our activities. We owe a big thank you to all of you who have come to the celebration of speech today, and in doing so have expanded and enriched our community and have helped the voices of women broaden their reach through your attention. We hope that many of you will continue with this relationship and seek out Women's Voices Worldwide in the future. You can always find a list of our upcoming events by visiting our website, womensvoicesworldwide.org, or by signing up in the welcome area for our email list to receive occasional announcements about new events and activities. In the meantime, we invite you to join us at our weekly women's discussion group, which is held in our office in the Maplewood Shops on Conn Street here in Northampton, which is every Thursday evening from 7 to 8:30. This group is free, it's open to all self-identified adult women, and does not require advanced registration. You can simply show up. Some people attend the group regularly and some drop in sporadically. These facilitated discussions are a low-pressure, supportive environment to discuss a range of speaking topics and goals, everything from building confidence to public speaking skills, group discussion, negotiating conflict, asserting yourself, and more. If you were inspired by tonight's sessions, you might join us throughout the spring, where many of our topics will echo the themes explored today, including how to speak in protest, how to speak your truths, how to speak in the face of risk, and so on. More information about the group is available on the web, as well as in the back of your program. Finally, if you'd like to play a role in ensuring that Women's Voices Worldwide is able to offer more public events such as this, and is able to continue to provide speaking resources to women and girls regardless of their financial means, we would be very grateful to receive your donation this evening. Donation boxes are currently in the welcome area and will be moved to the reception shortly at the end of the evening. And now we'll continue on with our final two featured speakers. Please join us immediately after the next two speeches for a dessert reception in Lyman Hall, which you can get to through the doors to the left of the stage. Thank you.